1, 2, 3. Yes! We have another Chris Thile video. So if you haven't seen my last one, go ahead and click the box up here. We went over loneliness and desperation. And today, we're going to go over Cry, Cry, Darling. If you want the sheet music, all you have to do is go to my Patreon. It'll be free, and you can watch this video to watch the fingering. I'll explain that. But if you would like an analysis of the solo and a little bit more deeper dive, then go over to my Patreon and subscribe. It's only $5 a month. We're going to be doing, hopefully, this whole album. I'll be talking about the solos, analyzing them, breaking them down so they make sense, and you can kind of get an idea into what Chris is thinking when he's soloing. All right, so let's go ahead and watch the fingerings and the performance for Cry, Cry, Darling. And we're back. This time on Cry, Cry, Darling, we're going to take a look at some of the fingerings and how to play it, what fingers to use. So, just taking a look, we'll break this into his intro and into his solo. So let's take a look at the intro first. He's playing the intro with his pinky on that 6th fret. So the 6th fret on the A string, and then playing this next part as kind of a hammer-on pull-off situation. And landing with his pinky again. Plays that first and then hits this double stop with a ring middle finger. And what happens with the tremolo, there's a lot of tremolo in this song that isn't straight tremolo, so it's not necessarily in time like this. What's happening is he's starting at that tempo, but then compressing the amount of notes he's fitting in, so he's making his tremolo faster near the end. So as far as technique with the tremolo, you just kind of have to get used to tremoloing. Start with one. If you're new to tremoloing, start with one note and start really slow, because the mechanics are pretty much the same, and then you just speed that up. So fingering for that first bar is basically the same. We're using that pinky. We're using that pinky again on the D string 6th fret, and then down to our middle finger for that 3rd fret. And pick direction wise, we're going to be doing a lot of downstrokes. There's a few instances where we won't, but a lot of this solo and tremolo stuff, especially when the songs are slower, if you have really good timing, you can use all downstrokes to get it's a certain effect. So pick direction for measure 1. Mostly downstrokes except for that A flat at 6th fret. We're going to be using an upstroke. For measure 2, there's a few things we could do. We could finger that with our middle finger, or we can use our ring finger. I can't speculate on what Chris is doing, just because I wasn't in the recording studio, so it's kind of taking a guess. Taking a guess, knowing him, he probably used his his ring finger, and then pulled off middle index. So most of that's going to be a downstroke again, except for that A flat note at the very end. And of course the tremolo. And then we end with the tremolo. And then triplets, which will all be downstrokes. So the intro slowed down looks like this. 1, 2, 3. And then at full tempo, looks like this. 1, 2, 3. And then taking a look at the solo, my guess is that he's playing tremoloing, playing index ring, index middle, index ring, and then shifting that ring, that 5th fret, up to the 6th fret in the first measure of the solo. So he wants to hit this arpeggio right here. That's all going to be downstrokes right there after the tremolo. And then we tremolo these double stops right here. And he's probably playing it, or at least how I would play it. He would be using his middle and index finger, middle ring, messing all my fingers up. Middle ring finger, and then shifting that finger position up, and using those same fingers to hit the double stop when the D flat chord comes by. It's based out of this chop chord as well. This double stop. We have to hit this next. Timing wise for this next phrase too is interesting. Chris was just feeling what he was feeling. So it's down at the end of measure, what is that, measure 8? Down, 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 up, down, up, down. And then, yeah, so down, 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 up, down, and then alternate picking for this, except I'm going to down, up, down for that triplet, 16-note triplet, downstroke for that 4th fret, G sharp, not G sharp, sorry, A flat, we're in the key of A flat here. Using downstrokes for the next bit, I'd have to really listen to the solo again to really see, but you could either pick those, or you can pick those downstrokes or pick those alternate. To measure 10, which is just like the intro. Same as the first bar of the intro, basically, at the very end. The bar 11, we're just playing pinky index. And then that pull-off thing again. And then going to a double stop with our ring index finger. And then playing, again, kind of thematically based off of the intro part, triplets. So interesting thing to note here is that I can't quite tell if he's playing an open D on this triplet, or if he's playing going up the G string here. I can't tell. To me, when I really listen, I think he's playing an open D and then an E here, but there's no way to tell. So that's what I went with. But this part looks like this. So pinky's gonna hit that 6th fret on the G. We're gonna use our ring finger to hit both of the notes here, the 4th and the 5th fret. Go back up with the pinky, open, index, open, pinky, ring, and then middle finger for the last 2 notes in that bar. And then index finger to end it. So slowly it looks like this. So let's take a look at that solo, slowed down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Take a look at the solo sped up all the way to the record tempo. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. right, let's cry, cry, darling. Next time, we're going to be taking a look at Rabbit and the Log. We have 4 solo sections coming up of Chris Thile ideas. Pretty exciting! So I will see you then.